thirsty. No, I'm gonna stress about how this is going to go. I'm just gonna wing it. So, welcome to the Moms Club podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Erika Henderson. I'm a mama, I'm a content creator, and a chiropractor working on my license right now. I'm taking national boards, which is the MBCE for chiropractors. Like, it's kind of like the MCAT, but for chiropractors. I'm just basically, this podcast is to share my journey, share my experiences with motherhood, and showing you I'm trying not to lose my mind just like you along the way. I'm juggling real life, motherhood, learning how to show up fully for myself, doing that without losing my mind. This podcast is for all of us, figuring it out along the way as we go, doing our best, healing our bodies, protecting our peace, and learning how to be moms along the way. We're not Pinterest perfect, just powerfully imperfect and beautifully aligned. Yeah, let's talk about why I'm even doing this. So let's rewind a little bit. I started this podcast because I feel like I needed it. It's like something I can talk to my younger self about, or, you know, if there's a younger me out there or somebody that's going through something similar to me, here's what you can do and here's what I did that you can learn from moving forward. And if you want to take heed, go for it. If not, that's okay too. I'm a mom who didn't have a roadmap, still don't. I'm learning as I go. You learn to adapt as a mom and you keep it going. Like, you just do it and try not to think about the overall picture to overwhelm yourself, because that's the last thing you want to do, okay? The last thing you want to do is just overwhelm yourself. When I was a first mom, like when I first became a mom, I used to do that. Think about all the things that I had to do in a day, and I would just like be wired. And then it was a point where I was like, why am I doing this to myself? And I could just do things, do tasks, take care of things as they come, and just not overwhelm myself. Once I figured that out, it was smooth sailing until baby number 2. And then I had to learn how to do it all over again with 2 kids. But later story. Through all the chaos and everything, I found chiropractic. I actually found chiropractic when I was at UCF in my last class. It was my capstone class. I met this guy. His name is Evan. And what's crazy is we ran into each other on campus like years later when I was at Palmer too. And he was like a few quarters ahead of me. But I told him, like, you were the reason that I even came this route, because I didn't know what to do. I was looking at physical therapy. I was looking at occupational therapy. I was just looking at anything that I could do with my major, which is, it was exercise science, human performance at UCF. So it's basically like, when you know the body, you can do anything in science. You just have a couple more health sciences you have to do within that major when you do go to grad school. Or before you go to grad school, you have to fulfill those requirements before you go. So I'm looking at all these schools and these programs, and there's like a year of science classes that I have to take in order to even potentially get into the program. So it's not even guaranteed that you're gonna get in when you apply. So I'm like, man, I ain't got time for this. I'm about to have a child. I need to figure out what the heck I'm gonna do next. And just in me exploring my options, started talking to Evan and in class, and we both used to skip a lot. So which was crazy, is we were very similar to each other, so we like piggybacked off each other. But this one day we happened to be in class together, and I actually picked his brain. I was like, what are you doing after this? Like, because I'm trying to figure it out. I'm looking at physical therapy schools and like programs or whatever, and it's just a long wait, and I don't want to do it. And he was like, well, I'm going to chiropractic school. And I knew about chiropractic from getting adjusted after, it was like years after a car accident that I had. And I kept passing his office, and I was like, I want to see, you know, how to get treated, you know, what it's all about, because I had never been adjusted before. So I went, and it was awesome. It felt good, but the only thing is the frequency of treatments, and I didn't understand why I had to go in 3 times a week and all that stuff. So I just stopped going after like 2 or 3 weeks of appointments and paying every single time I went. I stopped going. And it wasn't until years after that where I met Evan and started talking to him about it that it came full circle. And I was like, oh, I know what chiropractic is. I can do that. And then it just like, I was like, okay. I went on a tour, I think that weekend, and toured the campus with my now husband, and like by the end of the tour, Terrence was like, "You're doing this," and I was like, "I know. I'm already in the program. Like, I'm already at this school. Like, in my head, I'm already going here. I just need to know how to, like, what I need to do to make it official, you know?" Which was crazy, because I never applied. Other students that I was on tour with had already applied. They were waiting to hear back or waitlisted, whatever. I didn't even apply yet. And I didn't even graduate yet, nothing. So I applied that weekend after the tour, got in like 3 months later, and I got into the, I think, winter class of 2020, because my son was only a couple months, 2 or 3 months old. And that was a shit show, bro. Being in school, full online during COVID. It was ghetto, but I got through it. By the grace of God, I got through it. But man, it was crazy. But it just came full circle. That's how I got into chiropractic. That's how I found it. That's what this podcast is for, is like sharing my chiropractic journey, the things that I learned in chiropractic school, what I learned, what I loved, what I hated, and what I'm going through now. You know, still working on my license after 2 years of graduating. Like, I'm still going, because this is something that I really want to do. I know I can help people. My husband said it the other day. He was like, as soon as you put your hands on people, you got them. I know. And as soon as I talk to people, I got them. I know. And if I do both, they're going to love me. And I'm just going to be that doc. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here. I'm just technically, legally on paper, got to be here so I can do it in my own office. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there. But yeah, that's basically what this is. I'm studying now to become a licensed chiropractor, so I'm bringing you guys along the ride for that. This podcast is where motherhood needs alignment, not just spine stuff, although we're going to talk about that. It's mental, it's emotional, it's spiritual. We're going to get to all the things within motherhood that just basically make you function. Like, you have to function, you find your way. I have gotten back into my faith after losing a lot of faith after my dad passed. But I'm getting back to God now. Like, I'm learning more about myself every single day and leaning on my faith also. And it's just helping. Overall, like, I feel so good now. It's awesome. And I want to share that with you guys. You deserve to feel good in your life and in your body. So I'm going to give you tips, health tips and things like that. I'm going to educate you on chiropractic, the benefits of it for you and your family. So yeah, if you guys want to follow along, and we can be friends on this journey. Basically what you can expect here, the vibe is real combos, no fluff. You got science-backed health tips coming from a mom's point of view, so no confusing anatomy language, no lectures, no nothing like that. It's just gonna be me talking like I'm talking to my sister or my cousin, so basically anybody can understand. I'm gonna have stories that are gonna make you cry, make you laugh. Like, I mean, that's what mom life is about, right? Pep talks for days when you feel like you're a hot mess. I mean, because I know I do. I literally be in my head sometimes giving myself motivational talks, or I'll put on a podcast where I'm like, I just need to hear I am something in order to feel powerful again, like just for 5 minutes, because I feel like crap. You're like, you that's just stuff I'm gonna share. That's what this is about. And tools to take care of your whole self without the pressure. We'll talk about things like what chiropractic really is, and it's not just for back pain, okay? You can literally treat anything with chiropractic within the scope of practice, and I'll let you guys know what that is as we go along. How stress messes up your body, because chiropractic, literally, you could get misaligned from trauma, thoughts, and toxins. Anything that falls under those 3 umbrellas, you deserve to get adjusted. So does that sound like something for everybody? So postpartum recovery beyond diapers and pads. And your kids adjusted and answering every skeptical grandma's question. So if you have somebody that's in your ear that's just like, chiropractic isn't good, or it's like the cracks and all this stuff are bad for you, please let me know. Comment down below so that way I can just nix all of that stuff for you real good, okay? Stop feeling guilty for taking care of yourself. So self-care is important. If you don't take care of you, how are you going to take care of everybody else if you're not feeling good yourself? You know, it's like you can't pour into someone from an empty cup, right? Motherhood isn't about having it all together. I mean, shit, we all know that. Sorry, I do cuss a little bit, but that's okay. But yeah, it's not about having it all together. We learn things day to day. We have to adapt to things every single day. All things are changing all the time. Like this weekend, for instance, I had a board review, but my husband has to go out of town for work. So now, him having the kids the whole weekend, I now have to find babysitters for the 3 days that I'll be at the review out of town. It's gonna be a shit show, but I gotta work it because I gotta do what I gotta do. And I need to be at this review in order to pass my exam the following weekend in Minnesota. It's just, you just gotta keep it going. You gotta keep rolling and just keep moving forward. And know that God is already in your future. God has already seen your future. It's already done. You just have to do what you do best right now, today. And stay the course. Stay patient. And it's going to happen. And just stay faithful. That's it. About showing up with love, even when you're running on fumes. Unlearning the pressure to be perfect. And replacing it. Oh, bluebird just landed. And replacing it with grace, support, and little moments of I've got this. So if you're looking for a podcast that lets you be both soft and strong, both nurturing and ambitious, both messy and magnetic, you're in the right place. All right, so that's a wrap on this episode. Hopefully it didn't sound too scripty, but, we're working on it. And if this made you smile, nod, or breathe, please share this podcast with somebody that you know that could benefit from listening to it. And yeah, I can't wait to dive deeper with you guys. It's going to be great. We're going to be talking about all things motherhood and chiropractic. And if you're not already following me on YouTube and TikTok, why aren't we friends? We should be friends. And I follow back. So, what's going on, right? Oh, and if you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comments down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, which will probably be in 5 minutes. So, yeah, about to get aligned in all ways. So I can't wait to see you guys in the next episode. Oh, and give yourself some credit. You're doing amazing. Bye.